Hey, what if I told you something that completely changed how I see life? There's this thing Carl Jung figured out that honestly blew my mind when I first heard it. He said when you start acting like everything's going to work out for you, crazy things start happening. Like the universe literally starts working with you instead of against you. But here's the wild part. Most of us are doing the complete opposite without even realizing it. Okay, let me break this down for you because when I first heard this, I thought it was just wishful thinking. But Jung wasn't talking about some fairy tale positive thinking stuff. Here's what he actually meant. Your brain is basically like Google, right? Whatever you search for, that's what you're going to find. So if you're constantly thinking, nothing ever goes right for me, your brain becomes this detective looking for evidence to prove you right. You'll notice every red light, every rude person, every time something doesn't work out. But here's the crazy part. When you flip that switch and start believing things work out for you, your brain starts hunting for proof of that instead. Suddenly you're seeing opportunities everywhere, meeting helpful people, finding solutions you never noticed before. I'll give you a perfect example. You know Steve Jobs got fired from Apple, right? The company he literally started. Most people would be like, my life is over. But Jobs later said it was the best thing that ever happened to him. Why? Because instead of seeing it as the end, he acted like it was setting him up for something bigger. And guess what? He created Pixar and came back to Apple even stronger. The thing Jung discovered is your unconscious mind can't tell the difference between what you imagine and what's real. So when you keep acting like good stuff happens to you, your brain starts working overtime to make that actually true. It's like having a personal assistant working 24/7 to find ways to make your life better. Alright, now let me tell you about the coolest part. The science behind why this actually works. There's this part of your brain called the Reticular Activating System. I know, sounds fancy, but just think of it as your brain's bouncer. So picture this. Right now, there are literally millions of things happening around you, but you're only aware of maybe 1% of it. Your RAS is like the bouncer deciding what gets into the VIP section of your consciousness. Here's a fun example. You know when you're thinking about buying a specific car, and then suddenly you see that exact car everywhere? Those cars were always there, but your RAS wasn't letting them through to your awareness. Now it's like, oh, you care about this? Let me show you all of them. Same thing happens with opportunities and solutions. When you program your RAS to look for ways things work out for you, it starts highlighting stuff you never noticed before. It's like having X-ray vision for good opportunities. Think about it. I bet you know someone who's just always lucky, right? They're not more talented or special, they just expect good things to happen, so their RAS is constantly scanning for opportunities while everyone else's is scanning for problems. And here's what people get wrong. They think this is about being naive. Nah, it's actually the opposite. People who expect things to work out are usually more prepared when opportunities show up because they're actively looking for them. Okay, so you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually do this? Don't worry, I got you. Jung gave us a method, but I'm going to break it down into 3 simple steps that actually work. Step 1. Change your story. Stop telling yourself the same victim story about why things don't work out for you. Look, I don't care what happened before. That's not who you are unless you choose to make it who you are. Here's the hard truth. Your excuses are more creative than your solutions. But that changes today. Start every morning asking yourself, how is this situation actually setting me up for something better? Even when things look terrible, just assume there's a reason you can't see yet. Stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the author of your comeback. Step 2. Act like it's already true. This is where most people fail. They wait for permission from the universe. Stop waiting. You don't wait until you believe it, you start acting as if it's already happening. Successful people don't wait for confidence, they build it through action. Apply for that job even if you think you're not qualified. Start that project even if you don't have all the answers. Perfect example. Sara Blakely had 0 business experience when she started Spanx. She got rejected by like 20 manufacturers. But instead of taking it personally, she acted like her success was inevitable. She saw each rejection as just part of the process leading her to the right manufacturer. That mindset turned her into a billionaire. No joke. The universe rewards action, not intention. So stop planning your life and start living it. Step 3. Keep score of your wins. Start writing down every time things work out for you. Your brain needs evidence to support this new way of thinking. What you focus on expands. What you ignore disappears. Most people are professional collectors of bad moments, but amateurs at celebrating good ones. Found a parking spot right when you needed it? Write it down. Someone helped you out randomly? Write it down. Avoided traffic because you left late? Write it down. Stop dismissing these small wins. They're actually proof that life is working in your favor. You just never paid attention before because you were too busy complaining about what wasn't working. Now, here's the thing Jung understood that most people completely miss. This isn't about trying to control everything that happens to you. It's about controlling how you respond to whatever life throws at you. When you act like everything works out for you, you're not trying to manipulate the universe, you're just flowing with life instead of fighting against it. You become the kind of person who finds solutions instead of making excuses. Here's the beautiful paradox. The more you believe things work out for you, the more willing you are to take action. And the more action you take, the more opportunities you create. It literally becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your life is not happening to you, it's responding to you. Every day you're either building the life you want or accepting the one you don't want. Think about the most successful people you know personally. I guarantee they didn't get there by expecting everything to go wrong. They got there by having this unshakable belief that somehow, some way, things would work out in their favor. Marcus Aurelius said it perfectly. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. That's exactly what Jung was talking about. Your circumstances matter way less than how you choose to see them. And when you choose to see them as working in your favor, they usually do. All right, here's what I want you to do right now, and I'm serious about this. Think about one situation in your life that's not going the way you want it to. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Try asking, how is this actually setting me up for something better? Then act like the solution is already on its way. Take one small action today that moves you forward, even if you can't see the whole picture yet. You're either making excuses or making progress. You can't do both. I really want to hear from you guys. Drop a comment right now and tell me, what's one situation you're going to reframe today? What's one action you're taking this week like success is guaranteed? Don't just watch this and do nothing. That's what everyone else does. Remember, your future gets created by what you expect from it. So start expecting it to work out. Because honestly, when you do that, it almost always does. But only if you actually apply this stuff. So stop being a consumer of content and start being a creator of your reality.